You wake up an ordinary person, and by tonight, you'll be a billionaire. You just don't know it yet. It's a normal Tuesday. Your alarm is too loud. Your rent is 3 days late. Your coffee is cold. You check your phone out of habit. A banking notification. Probably another overdraft warning. You almost ignore it. Then you actually read the number, and your whole body goes cold. $1 billion sitting in your account. No explanation, just a balance that can't be real. You laugh. It's a glitch, a scam, a decimal in the wrong place. You refresh the app. It's still there. Then a text arrives from an unknown number. 5 words. Spend it well. I'm watching. Your hands are shaking. You try to withdraw $100 just to test it. It works instantly. You buy a coffee. The card goes through. You buy a car online in 1 click. Confirmed. It's real. This is the moment your old life ends, and the strangest year of your life begins. The first week is pure euphoria. You pay off every debt you've ever had in a single afternoon. You walk into the nicest dealership in the city and point at the car in the window. I'll take it. You buy a house on a hill with glass walls and a pool that glows blue at night. You own a view now. You fly first class for the first time. The seats fold into beds. They know your name. You feel chosen. You take your family to dinner and you pay for everything. Your mom cries. Your dad shakes your hand. For the first time in your life, money is not a problem. It's not even a thought. You are free. Or at least, that's what you believe. For about 3 weeks. Then the cracks start to show. It starts small. An old friend you haven't seen in years suddenly calls, like nothing changed. He needs a small loan, just to get back on his feet. You give it. Then his brother calls. Then a cousin. Then people you've never met. Your inbox fills with strangers who all somehow have your private email. Everyone has a story. A sick relative, a dream business, a debt, and every story ends with a number. You realize you can't tell who is real anymore. Every smile has a price tag hidden behind it. Your best friend stops calling to hang out. Now he only calls when he wants you to invest in something. You throw a party at your new house. 200 people come. You know maybe 6 of them. You stand in your own kitchen, surrounded by strangers drinking your wine, and you feel completely alone. Money bought you everything except the one thing you didn't know you'd lose. People who see just you. Then the fear arrives. You get a letter with no return address. It knows your schedule, your routine. It asks for money or else. You hire security. Then you hire security to watch the security. You stop posting where you are. You stop trusting valets, drivers, anyone who gets too close. The mansion with the glass walls suddenly feels like a fishbowl. Everyone can see in. You can't see out. You lie awake at 3 a.m. in a bed that cost more than your old car, and you miss your tiny apartment. You miss the version of you that worried about rent, because at least that person knew who his friends were. So you decide to find out the truth. Who gave you this money, and what do they actually want? You hire the best investigators money can buy. After all, money is the one thing you have too much of. They trace the transfer through 12 shell companies, 3 countries, and a wall of dead ends. And then, after 2 months, they find a single name, an address, a private estate by the sea. You go alone. You have to. You drive past the gates, up a long, quiet road, to a house bigger than yours. An old man is waiting on the terrace, frail, calm, like he's been expecting you for a very long time. He smiles and says, "So, you finally came. Sit. We have a lot to talk about, and nothing to hide." He tells you he is dying. He has more money than he could spend in 1,000 lifetimes, and no heir. No children, no family, just decades of wealth and the slow, terrible question of who deserves it. So he ran an experiment. He picked 10 ordinary strangers, and he gave each of them $1 billion. Then he watched. He watched what they bought, who they helped, who they became. He was choosing the one person who could inherit everything. Not a billion, everything, his entire empire. 9 of them, he says, failed. They bought toys, they cut off their families, they became cruel, they surrounded themselves with people who lied to them, and they never even noticed. Money revealed them. You sit very still, because you think about your own year, the loans, the party, the fear, the isolation, and you wonder which version of yourself he saw, the one who paid off his parents' house in secret, or the one who stopped answering his oldest friend. You're not sure anymore, and that scares you. The old man watches your face, and he says the thing you'll never forget. Most people fail this test, not because they're evil, but because they think money is the prize. Money was never the prize. The prize is finding out who you really are when nothing can stop you, and almost no one likes the answer. He tells you the billion was never really yours. It was a mirror, and now the year is over. At midnight, the money will be pulled from your account, every cent, as if it never existed at all, except, he says, for one part. The only money that ever truly belonged to you, the money you gave away, the debts you quietly paid for others, the house you bought for your mother. That stays. That was real. You drive home in silence, and at midnight, you watch the number in your account fall. 1 billion to 0. Your cars are gone. The glass house is gone. The strangers are gone. And your phone goes completely silent. But your mother still has her home. Your father's debt is still paid. A few people are still standing. And you realize the old man gave you something better than $1 billion. He gave you the answer. You know now exactly who you are when you have everything, and exactly who you are when you have nothing. Most people go their whole lives without ever finding out. You found out in a single year. So here's the real question. The one the old man was really asking. The one this whole story is about. If $1 billion landed in your account tonight, and someone was watching, who would you become? Because the money always disappears. But the person it turns you into, that part, you keep forever.